Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's header by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Welcome along to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the 2026 World Cup Qualifier clash between Scotland and Belarus taking place today at Hampden Park. Kickoff is at 5 p.m. UK time, so in around about 8 minutes' time. The game will get off and underway at Hampden Park, where Steve Clarke, Scotland, will be looking to pull clear of Denmark at the top of the table, which, if I just show you the World Cup qualifying Group C table in front of us right now with the form guides and everything there. Denmark currently top, level on points with Scotland as it stands, with the form guide the exact same. Belarus bottom and yet to pick up a win in their World Cup qualifying campaign, Group C qualifying campaign for that. Right then, let's take a look ahead of the kick-off then with the headline team news for this game, and to do that we'll join your match commentator Paul James.
Yes, good afternoon everybody. Well, Scotland looking to qualify for the World Cup. Belarus standing in their way today. There are 4 changes made by the Scots following on from their victory over Greece. They are as follows: Scott McKenna, Jack Hendry, Anthony Ralston and Billy Gilmore come in for Grant Hanley, John Suter, Aaron Hickey, who is injured, and Lewis Ferguson. For Belarus, following on from their 6-0 defeat, they make 4 changes. Alexandra Martinovic steps into the lineup. Evgeny Yablonsky, Evgeny Milasevic and Valery Gromyko come in for Leo Mascaro, Vladislav Kalinin, Nikita Kuzin and Trofim Malachenko. Those are your team changes, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul, as the teams get ready to emerge from the tunnel at Hampden Park. And what's going to be a big game today between Scotland and Belarus. Will the Scots get on to another fantastic victory after a good victory over Greece the other night? Can they pull clear of Denmark, will play later against Greece? We'll have to wait and see about that one. But the teams are about to emerge from the tunnel. Just one final thing for me to ask you, Paul. Do you reckon Scotland could get the victory here today with Belarus being bottom of the table?
Well, they've played Belarus 5 times since the fall of the Soviet Union. They have 3 victories, 1 defeat and 1 draw. And they've already defeated Belarus in Belarus. So I think Scotland can get the job done today.
Yeah, same as well, Paul. Same as well then. So without further ado, let's hand over to man that's alongside me for the commentary today is Paul James.
Good afternoon everybody and welcome. It is Scotland's biggest hope of qualifying since the 1998 World Cup when they last qualified. A big game today. They've got Denmark coming up next month and Greece away. That's really going to decide this group. But today they line up as follows, with Angus Gunn in goal. Andrew Robertson is his captain, Scott McKenna, Jack Hendry and Anthony Ralston are the back 4. The 2 holding midfielders are Billy Gilmore and Kenny McLean, with Aston Villa's John McGinn, Scott Tominey and Ben Doak all playing behind Shea Adams, who is the lone striker. For Belarus, following on from their 6-0 defeat, where do they go from here? They've no victories at all in this group, but they made 4 changes, as I mentioned earlier. They line up as follows, with Fyodor Lapukov in goal, Pavel Zebulin, the captain, Alexandra Martinovic, with Igor Parkamenko and Vadim Pigas at the back. The 4 in the midfield is Kirill Petrinin, Evgeny Yablonsky, Max Ebong, and Evgeny Mashovic. And playing just behind the striker German Barkowski is Valery Gromyko. And the substitutes for both sides are going to be on your screen right there. Let's just take a look at the officials for today. Officials all from Romania. Marian Barbu is the referee, and he's from Forgas in Romania. You can see the other officials below there. Big game this for Scotland. Hampden Park in Glasgow looks very full for this game. And you can just hear from the flower of Scotland. And that is, you're not going to be able to hear that, I'm afraid, but I can assure you the Scottish crowd are singing that. The players also with resolute pride singing their national anthem, showing what it means to play for their country and what and how proud they are of their country. Think on, Gary Neville. As the Scotland national anthem comes to a head here. And Scotland, well, as I mentioned earlier, they have five games against Belarus, 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. The first meeting between these two sides took place on June the 8th, 1997, where Scotland won 1-0 in Belarus. Some things that happened that year. The Simpsons had its 167th episode, making it the longest running animation show in history. Kind of interesting. As the players now gathering together, making their final preparations for this game. Scotland, well, this is a banana skin for sure. They have to be on top of their game today. Belarus, no real chance of qualifying. Certainly be up there with the certainly be up there trying to upset the Scots today. Nothing to lose for them. Adams and Ben Doak are on a yellow card, so they will have to be careful with Greece and Denmark coming up. Johnston on the bench also on a yellow card. Belarus, for them, I believe they have a couple of yellow cards as well in their lineup. But we're just taking a look at the officials here. And you'll have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough today, but I'll try and work through it as best as I can. 3 on yellows, Gromyko, Barkowski and Pigas are on yellows for Belarus. Their head coach, Carlos Alos, well, he's on a hiding to nothing really. Following that 6-0 victory. On the bench, Korzun, Kalinin and Melichenko are also on yellow cards. So just wait and see now for the officials just to get the players together. And there's Steve Clark, Scotland manager, and he is currently just doing his final preparations with his coaching staff. You can see Scotland players look very up for this game. They know how close they are. And remember, a 0-0 draw in Denmark means that if they can beat Denmark and beat Greece, a tall order as well as beating Belarus, they could be on the plane to Canada, the US and Mexico. Belarus are in their change strip of all teal and are going to get this game underway, attacking the goal to our left. And Scotland, of course, in their all navy blue with yellow and white trim. Just waiting for our referee to get this game underway, and Belarus get the game underway. Goes all the way to back to the captain Martinovic. He launches the ball long. It's flicked on down the left-hand side to Pechenin. Pechenin tries to play the ball in the middle to Barkovic, and Barkovic knocks the ball out of play. He was not able to keep the ball in, Pechenin, and it's going to be a throw-in. just down right by the corner flag for Scotland. And the throw-in was taken quickly, but knocked out of play there by the number 17 for Scotland, Ben Doak. Petchin in with a throw-in. Taken quickly, forward there to Zebulin, back to Petchinin. Petchinin gets a cross in, it's headed away there by Robertson. Not really very far, here's Martinovic. Gets to the byline, tries to get that cross in, and it's blocked there by John Robertson as Belarus starting on the attacking foot at the moment. And it's going to be Pigas with the throw in here for Belarus. He goes for a long one. Doesn't get too much distance on that. It's headed back to the edge of the box there. And the shot is blocked. And that was by Gromyko. And now here's Ben Doak. Drops the ball back. Picked up there by Hendry. Hendry across the line there to McKenna. Ball played forward up onto the left-hand side to John McGinn. McGinn goes down under the challenge there of Malashevich. It's going to be a free kick as we take a look at Carlos Alos, the head coach for the Belarusian team. For them, they've had some victories in friendlies over Kazakhstan. They lost 4-1 also against the Russian Federation. The ball is picked up here by Barkovsky. Barkovsky down the line here to Pigma. Pigma tries to get the cross in. Oh, that's blocked. And it's picked up by John McGinn. McGinn trying to skip over the halfway line, but that's a really good challenge by Malashevich. And it's going to be a throw-in. And it's been given to Belarus, so that I assume that just came off John McGinn. The throw-in is taken quickly, dropped back here to Parkamenko. Parkamenko plays the ball into midfield to Yablonski. Yablonski out wide to Zabulin. Back to Parkamenko. Parkamenko has got the goalkeeper alongside him there, Lapuski. He decides to play short, in fact, to Ebong. Ebong out to Malashevich. Back to Pigas. Pigas plays the ball long. Chasing this one forward is Barkovsky. Barkovsky steps over and drops the ball back into his own half. Here's Pigas again. That's a long ball. Looking for Petchinin. Petchinin, the ball breaks loose here. And going down in the penalty area there is Gromyko. And the referee has not given a penalty there. I don't think there was much in that, to be perfectly honest. But Gromyko goes down. And there's no real appeal from the Belarusian players either. They accept that well, there wasn't really a lot in that, but Gromyko went down very easily there. Here's Ralston for Scotland. Drops the ball back to Hendry and across there to Scott McKenna. Scotland looking to create forward now. Here's John McGinn. Into the midfield there to Gilmore. Gilmore knocks the ball back. All the way back there to Robertson, who goes back to the goalkeeper. Angus Gunn, son of former Scotland goalkeeper Brian Gunn, the former Norwich goalkeeper. A really fantastic goalkeeper in his time. And here is the number 23 for Scotland. And that's McLean. He plays the ball forward over the halfway line. It's dropped back there to Ralston. McLean again. And that's a good ball out wide there by McKenna to McGinn. McGinn gets the cross in, but it's far too close to Lapukov. And he just plucks that one out of the air. Well, we've had 5 minutes gone here. It's Scotland 0, Belarus 0. If you're just joining us, it has to be said that Belarus has started the strongest, and that's a good goal kick by Lapukov. And now here's Petchinen, just flicks the ball over the head of Ralston, but coming back and helping him out there is McLean, and he gives the ball there to Ben Doak. Doak is chasing that one now. Doak's away from his marker. In the middle there is Adams. Doak steps into the penalty area, and it's eventually cleared away. In fact, by Ebong. And, well, for a moment, that was a really dangerous break as Ben Doak outstripping his marker there, Zabulin. Now, here's Petchinen for Belarus. Over the halfway line to Gromyko. Gromyko tries to play the ball to the middle to Barkovsky. and it just goes through to Angus Gunn as that move breaks down for Belarus. But already they have started like a house on fire. Scotland perhaps not expecting this, but on the break Scotland look very dangerous too. Here's Ben Doak back there to Ralston. Ralston to Ben Doak. Skips inside, 2 players, but winning that back there is the number 3, Zebulin. Pavel Zebulin. And it's going to be a free kick, actually, for a foul on Jablonski by Ben Doak. So Belarus will have the free kick. They've taken it quickly and returned it all the way back to Labukov. In the Belarus goal. It's a long clearance downfield, looking to win that header comfortably there with Scott McKenna. Good play by him. He manages to find Robertson, and the ball played forward now to Gilmore. Gilmore just trying to turn away there from Ebong, but Ebong comes away with it, and it's a long ball now over the top. Is he onside? It looked offside to me there, Balkovic. Here's Balkovsky, plays the ball across the face of goal, and it's turned behind. Well, he looked offside there, did Balkovsky, I have to say. No flag by the official. Let's take a look at this. It's tight, but it might just have been on, actually. It might have been played on by Robertson on the far side, but Balkovsky plays the ball across the 6-yard box, and it's turned behind by McKenna. Neither Gromyko or Malshovic, which was nearest, was looking to get on the end of that. It's going to be a corner, and it's going to be taken by Valery Gromyko for Belarus. Gromyko swings the ball towards the 6-yard box. The header's on there, and it's plucked out of the air by Angus Gunn. The header there by Petronin, and it's plucked out of the air by the goalkeeper. Scotland 0, Belarus 0. You score from Hampden Park. And here's Kenny McLean. Here's Scott McKenna now for Scotland. In the ball inside their own half of the field. McKenna plays the ball down the line to Robertson. Robertson beats 2, gets to the byline. Can he get the cross in? Oh, it's just blocked. Really well done by Pigas there. He drops the ball back to the captain, Martinovic, and he's played long there, looking for Malešević, but the ball is out of play. And you're really going to have to forgive me with these Belarusian players' names. I've really tried to learn them. I spent an hour and a half before kickoff trying to learn these names, so please do forgive me if I get them wrong. Here's the number 5, Parkamenko. The ball is played forward to Malešević. Malešević over the halfway line now. He's got time and space. It's out wide to Pigas. Pigas gets the cross in, cleared out to the edge of the area, and the shot comes in by Jablonski. It takes a deflection wide by Kenny McLean, but Jablonski dangerous from those areas. Struck the shot, deflected off McLean, and wide for a goal kick. For a corner. Seen a shot here. Good defensive play by Kenny McLean. And it's a second corner for Belarus in this first half. No score at the moment. I want to thank you very much for joining us today for this all-important World Cup qualifying game. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. We'd definitely love to have you as part of our channel. The corner comes in and it's flicked away once again by Kenny McLean. It's behind for a corner ball on the other side to Belarus, as they once again continue to dominate the early play in this game. Corner to be taken on the right-hand side. And it's going to be taken by Gromyko once again. He's going to outswing this one. Valery Gromyko. And it is outswung. The free header is there! And on the end of that was Petronin, and it was just over the crossbar. as once again Belarus creating chances. And well, it would have taken something special really to have beaten Angus Gunn with a header from that area, but the chances are being picked up here by Belarus as that ball is headed out of play by Parkamenko. It's going to be a throw-in for Scotland, which is taken quickly, and the ball looking to find Scott McTominay. It's in fact picked up by Gilmore, and the ball is played forward now. Inside the penalty area is Shea Adams. Adams with a shot. Oh, and it's just wide of the goal. Well, Shea Adams coming very close there. Cut inside. Got the shot away. And he was onside with Shea Adams, no question about that. And his shot is just wide of Lapukov's goal. Has to be said that's really the first shot in anger, and the first corner actually now, as this must have come off Lapukov. It's a corner for Scotland to be taken by Gilmore, swung in. Lapukov gets a punch, and he gets some good distance on that, all the way back to the midway point of the Belarus half, and dealing with that was Ralston, who plays it all the way back to Angus Gunn. He clears the ball downfield as Gunn. Flicked on there by Scott McTominay. Helped along by Shea Adams to Ben Doak on the left-hand side now. Doak checks back. And it's back to Robertson. Robertson tries to get the cross in. It's blocked. That's certainly good defending by Piga. And it's now with Scott McKenna forward to Robertson. Robertson trying to send off John McGinn on his way, and John McGinn tries to get the cross in, and that's a good challenge by Parkamenko, and it's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a corner to Scotland. As once again, Scotland now looking to create some chances and get some possession in the Belarus half of the field. It's another corner. It's going to be taken by Billy Gilmore. It's Scotland's second of the game. Gilmore is going to swing this one in. And it's headed out there by Pigas. And Pigas again has picked up the ball. And over the halfway line there, and it's Milešević. Milešević has got Robertson in front of him. Oh, that's a really good ball. Well, he was looking, wasn't he, for Ebang. And, well, the pass was too much power on it. Goes through to Angus Gunn. And here's John McGinn now. McGinn drops the ball back into his own half of the field. And it's a cross there to Jack Hendry. Henry picked up there long by Ralston, and Ralston manages to pick up Shea Adams. He's got some space in the penalty area now as Adams, but that is a good challenge by Martinovic. He puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Scotland right by the corner flag down the right-hand side. You can just see here Shea Adams, well, there was nobody really helping him much, was there? And Martinovic just gets across, makes a challenge. Ralston is now going to take the throw-in, level with the Belarusian 6-yard box down that right-hand side. Does a quick 1-2 there with Ben Doak. It's played into the penalty area. Back again to Ralston. Ralston, a quick 1-2 here with Billy Gilmore. Gilmore across there to McKenna. McKenna to Robertson. Robertson checks into the centre of the park. Here's Billy Gilmore. Gilmore tries to play the ball forward, and that's nicely knocked on by Kenny McLean. Back to Gilmore. This is good play by Scotland. Good possession football in the Belarusian half of the field. The cross coming in by Gilmore. It's headed out by Parkamenko, but picked up on the edge of the area is Scott McTominay. Plays it to Shea Adams, and he smashes it into the corner of the net. But that goal is not going to stand. The flag is up for offside. No protest at all from Shea Adams. That goal is not going to count. Scott McTominay's ball through to Shea Adams. He got the shot away right away and smashed it into the corner. And VAR are just going to examine this now, as the VAR team of Oviedo, I can't even pronounce that name, but that is the VAR team are looking at this now. It was a great pass by McTominay, a brilliant turn by Shea Adams, just turned the defender and smashed it into the net. The goal is still under review by the VAR team, and we're going to wait and see the official announcement in a moment. I'm not sure where the offside was, to be honest. I don't know if it was handball. It didn't look like it to me. I didn't see an awful lot wrong with it, to be honest. But we'll wait and see a decision in a moment as that goal is under review. And I think we're going to get an announcement now. And the goal has been given. The goal has been given. They didn't even ask for a check to look at the video monitor. Shea Adams has the goal. And, well, in my opinion, I didn't see an awful lot wrong with it myself. So the goal has been given. So on 15 minutes, Shea Adams gives Scotland the 1-goal lead. And this will help relax the nerves just a little bit. It was headed out to McTominay. Great play by McTominay. A superb pass. He is onside. I didn't see anything wrong with it. And then he just turns the defender and the captain, Martinovic, and smashes the ball into the bottom left-hand corner. Really super finish by Shea Adams. And Scotland lead by 1-0 at Hampden Park. And here's McLean now for Scotland. And the referee has just stopped play here for a free kick to Scotland, possibly for the foul on Kenny McLean. That's 2 goals in these 4 qualifying matches now for Shea Adams. And he can be very, very pleased with his performance. And it's picked up here by Robertson. Robertson to McKenna. Picked up by Ralston. Crossbar from Hendry to Robertson. Robertson tries to play the ball forward. Shea Adams was making another run. Headed on by Kenny McLean. Chested down by John McGinn. Scotland keep possession. This is good play by Scotland. It's a good ball looking there for Ben Dowick, but Martinovic just clearing up at the back. And all of a sudden now Belarus can come forward. It's a long ball over the top. And it's looking for Petrinin, but clearing up at the back is Jack Hendry. Good play there. The ball was long by Jablonski looking for Petrinin, but Petrinin was not able to reach that ball. Jack Hendry dealt with that. Here is McKenna. Back to Jack Hendry again. Hendry to McKenna. McKenna just holds the ball and drops it to Gilmore. Billy Gilmore. Hendry. McLean. Holds the ball up inside the centre circle, looking for options left and right. He goes short there to McKenna, who gives the ball to Robertson. Robertson back to McKenna, as Scotland just being forced back to their goalkeeper here, Angus Gunn. It's clearance by Angus Gunn. It's not the best, that's for sure, but it's flicked on there by Scott McTominay. And the number 5 there, Parkamenko, just launches the ball into the Scotland half of the field. Here's Gromyko. Gromyko holds the ball up. Back there to Ebon. Martinovic. To Malešević. Back to Martinovic. Here's Parkamenko. He goes back to the goalkeeper, Lapukov. Lapukov launches the ball long downfield. Trying to bring this ball under control is Anthony Ralston. The 2 number 2s, Ralston and Petrinin, dueling there. Ralston wins that and clears gets the ball back to the goalkeeper. Better clearance this time by Gunn. It's headed headed into the centre circle by Parkamenko. And it's picked up by Ebong. Ebong has been fouled though by Shea Adams, and it's going to be a free kick to Belarus as we take a look at that goal again. You can see he's onside, I would say by quite some distance. I'd say Pigas rather is the player that's playing him onside. And here is Ebong for Belarus. Drops the ball back. And it's Zabelin. Back to Parkhomenko. Back to the goalkeeper, Lapukov. Lapukov clears the ball downfield. The header tried to be won there by Barkovsky, but he loses possession of that. And it's now with Kenny McLean inside the centre circle. McLean drops the ball back there to the number 13, Jack Hendry for Scotland. We've played 21 minutes gone at Hampden Park. Scotland lead by a 1-0, and at least for now, top the group. And it goes back to the goalkeeper. Angasconi clears it downfield again. Not the best, but Shea Adams picks it up. Here's Scott McTominay now. Plays Ben Dowick down on the way. Ben Dowick really so quick. Has already got Zebulin's number. Dowick gets into the penalty area. Oh, and he's only able to put it into the side netting. He had the difficulty of Martinovic cutting across with a sliding challenge there as well, in fairness. But Dowick only playing it into the side netting. As Zebulin now was beaten easily, but the sliding challenge by Martinovic perhaps put Dowick off there. And the goal kick is taken by Lapukov. Big Ass drops the ball back. Here's Zebulin again. Forward to Gromyko. To Parkhomenko. Back to the goalkeeper, Lapukov. Clearance, it was flicked on, but only as far as Kenny McLean. And that was Ebong's flick on, but too easy really for McLean to win that ball back. And the ball is John McGinn, plays the ball. Scott McTominay just outside the penalty area by the byline on the left-hand side. He goes down under the challenge. Referee says play on. And here's Pigma now over the halfway line. He's got Maleshevich up there with him. Here's Gromyko now for Belarus. Gromyko, he's going to play that ball. It's a terrible ball by Gromyko. Just gives the ball to McLean, but he's won it back as Gromyko. Good play by him there. And here's Zebulin. Just drops the ball back into midfield to Martinovic. Here's Ebong. Quick 1-2 with Pigma. And it's back there to the number 5, Parkhomenko. Parkhomenko's ball is lazy. The header was won comfortably there by Billy Gilmore, but it does bounce back kindly for Parkhomenko. And here's Zebulin to ball to Petronin, but it goes back to Gromyko. Gromyko has given the ball away, he's dispossessed. And here's Dowick. Oh, Dowick, that's brilliant play on Zebulin. Great play by Ben Dowick. Plays the ball across to the edge of the area. Here's McTominay. Drops the ball back there to Dowick. Dowick's cross is blocked by Petronin, and it goes out for a throw-in down this right-hand side for Scotland, which is level with the corner of the penalty area of Belarus. And the throw-in will be taken by Ralston down this right-hand side. Petronin just winded a little bit. Just catching his breath. Referee just going over to make sure that he is okay. Coach there, Carlos Alos, just looking on with some concern. And Ralston is going to take the throw-in. And he's taking his time here. He finally does take the throw-in to McTominay. Back to Ralston. Ralston gets the cross. Cleared away by Martinovic, out of play, got some distance on that clearance, but it's out of play for a throw-in for Scotland on the right-hand side, midway inside the Belarusian half of the field. Ralston again is going to take it. I've got a comment in the comment section by Erkins25. Hey, can you stream the Faroe Islands? I'm sorry, my friend, we won't be covering the Faroe Islands today. Our next coverage will be tomorrow, where Northern Ireland take on Germany. But thank you for joining us. We certainly hope you're enjoying the commentary, and please feel free to like and subscribe. And now here is a long ball by Jablonski. And just trying to pick up that ball is Barkovsky, but Scotland win the ball again. and it's the number 16 McKenna coming forward over the halfway line. And now here's John McGinn for Scotland. Beats 2 there, but he's not going to beat. He's not going to beat Martinovic, who just gets ahead of McGinn to win that ball back for Belarus. And the ball is dropped back to the goalkeeper. Lifted forward, looking. Oh, it's just over the head of Petchanin, and out of play by Lapukov from his clearance there. Throw into Scotland, which Ralston will take. And there's a number 23 for Scotland, McLean. Played forward there by Ralston, but Ralston's given the ball away straight there to Gromyko, and now Gromyko plays the ball forward, dummy by Barkowski, and it's a long shot there by Malešević, and I'll have to be honest, I'm not sure why he did that. He must have been all of about 40 yards, and that goes over the crossbar, well over the crossbar, and almost out of the ground, quite frankly. And it's a goal kick for Scotland. The ball is played long. The header is won there by Zebulin, picked up by Petchanin for Belarus. Petchanin plays the ball forward here for Gromyko. Gromyko gets a shot on goal, but it's a tame effort and rolls straight through to Angus Gunn. And now here's Scott McTominay for Scotland. Played by McTominay. Gets the ball back in the centre circle. And here's Ralston. Ralston plays the ball to Doak. Doak back to Ralston. Ralston back into the centre of the park to McKenna. McKenna plays it out to McGinn. Picked up there by Billy Gilmore. Scotland just playing possession football at the moment. And the ball is long. And played into the middle there. Cleared away there by the number 3, Zebulin. And the referee, well, there's a player gone down. I believe it's Gromyko, but he's back on his feet now. Nothing doing, says the referee. Here's Scott McTominay. And the ball is lifted up over the top to Ben Doak. Ben Doak has got Zebulin in front of him again, but Ben Doak beats him easily one more time. It's pulled back by Ben Doak, and finally Ebong is going to get the ball away, but definitely Ben Doak has the beating of Zebulin down that right hand side, and you can see it time after time after time. We've played 29 minutes gone here at the Hampden Park, and there is McKenna. McKenna plays the ball forward. Oh, great dummy by Shea Adams. Tried to be laid off by Scott McTominay there, but that didn't quite work out. In fact, there's a foul there on Jablonski, and it's going to be a free kick to Belarus, but McTominay had the right idea for sure. Scotland looking at this ball by Rob. Great dummy by Shea Adams, trying to turn there with Scott McTominay, and the foul there by Billy Gilmore. Lapukov will take the free kick for Belarus. It's launched downfield. The head is on, but that looks like a foul. And he looks in a lot of pain. I'm trying to see who that is down there, but he is waving his arm frantically. It's Barkowski who is down there at the moment. He's covering his eyes. That doesn't look good. And it's McKenna's challenge, I think it was. Let's take a look. Oh yes, he just gets a finger in the eye there, does Barkowski from McKenna. Let's have a look. Yes. That looked an accident. Well, it's sometimes difficult to say. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure that was an accident. But he does not look in good shape down there right now. And I can understand the panic by Barkowski. He's just being helped up now. Hopefully Barkowski is okay. McKenna and Shea Adams having just a chitter chat there right now. Let's just take a look at this again. You see the ball played forward here to Shea Adams as he beats the number 4 there, Martinovic, and smashes that ball in the net. That is really a super goal by Shea Adams. And there's no question at all that he was onside. And Barkowski is just going to go off for a moment, and he'll be back on in just a few moments' time. It looks like he's okay. Glad to see that. And he's just got his arm in the air waiting for the official to let him back on the field. Here's Malešević. Drops the ball back. Barkowski has been waved back onto the field now. And Belarus have the ball inside the centre circle. It's Ebong. Gives the ball to Gromyko. Gromyko inside the centre circle. He's looking for options left and right here. Gromyko plays the ball down the left-hand side to Pechanin. Good one-turn return pass to looking for Gromyko, but he loses it. And now Scotland can come forward with the number 17 for Scotland, Ben Doak, but he's dispossessed this time. Scotland... and the ball has been given away there by Martinovic. And now here's Scott McTominay. The ball's played into the middle, looking for Shea Adams. He goes down under the challenge, and I think he got the last touch and put that ball behind. But once again, Belarus just giving the ball away themselves there. This time Martinovic giving the ball away. It's a poor pass, and it's straight to Billy Gilmour. Gilmour plays the ball to McGinn. McGinn to McTominay. Back to McGinn. The cross, actually a pretty decent one, really. The last touch was by Shea Adams, but did Parkamenko catch Shea Adams on that ball through? We've got, it's being reviewed. I think they are reviewing a possible penalty for the foul on Shea Adams, and I have to be honest, it did look like he caught him, but the referee has said no penalty. That has been cleared, and Lepukov gets the game back underway. And it's cleared away by Martinovic out of play. And a throw-in for Scotland. And it's taken by Ralston. Now he's looking for Billy Gilmour. It finally bounces off Gilmour's head and goes out of play. A throw-in for Belarus, which is taken quick by Gromyko, and looking to send off the chasing number 7 Malešević, but the ball is out of play, knocked out of play that time by McKenna. It's a throw-in for Scotland, taken quickly. And the ball is back in the centre circle here by Parkamenko. Now he plays the ball long. It's headed on by Malešević, but nobody there except Scott McKenna. And he tries to play the ball to John McGinn. And it goes out of play for a throw-in. We've got 10 minutes to go until half-time, or just over 10 minutes to go till half-time. All the other games are going underneath. The Faroe Islands are 0-0 with Czech Republic, and also that's the only other game right now. Croatia and Gibraltar tonight. In Group H, San Marino lost earlier on today against Cyprus 4-0. Romania and Austria will lock horns tonight. That's a huge game for both of those sides in the qualification stage. Denmark and Greece, a game that the Scotland team will no doubt be watching tonight, as the ball is cleared away by Lepukov, and it's picked up by Malešević over the halfway lines to Pigmas, and he drops it back into his own half. Here's Parkamenko. Zebulin plays the ball over the halfway line to Gromyko. Gromyko just holds the ball down. It's picked up by Petchinen. Back there to Zebulin. Zebulin to Parkamenko. As right now, Belarus just used to keeping possession for a little while. After their really good start, Scotland have really taken over, certainly since the first goal. Scotland have looked by far the better team. And here's Gilmore now for Scotland, just inside his own half of the field. And across there to McKenna. Skipped inside by Robertson. Good play by him. Here's McLean. Tries to play the ball through to McGinn. Pigma is just trying to get the ball, skipping away past Kenny McLean. That's not going to happen. McLean gets the foot in and puts that ball out of play for a throw into Belarus. It's taken quickly. Here's Gromyko. Drops the ball back into his own half of the field, and it's a long ball by Parkamenko to Zebulin. Zebulin getting forward. It's rare that he's gotten forward in this game. It's a long cross, and it's picked up by by Milosevic. It's back to Petchinen. Petchinen just holds the ball up. Zebulin drops the ball back there to Parkamenko. Ball played forward by Martinovic. Ebong. Parkamenko. Plays the ball forward. Oh, it's nicely laid off to Barkowski. Barkowski with a shot. Oh, it's not a million miles away, you know. It's just over the crossbar. And just making sure that that ball goes over there is Angus Gunn. It was good effort from about 25 yards out. It was looping, but not looping quick enough. And the ball goes over the crossbar. And a goal kick for Scotland. Scotland 1, Belarus 0. There is 7 minutes to go until the break. And it's cleared downfield by Angus Gunn. Easily won by Ebong. He gives the ball to Milosevic. Milosevic back to Ebong. The ball is played forward now to Pigma. Pigma's got players in front of him here. It looks like he's going to try and get away from McKenna. He's not able to do that. Ebong drops the ball back to Milosevic. Back to Pigma. And it's dropped back into the centre circle there to the number 5, Parkamenko. Trying to see what they can create. Long. And a nice challenge there. And it bounces all the way back into the Belarus half. It's picked up by Martinovic and back to the goalkeeper Lapukov, who clears the ball downfield. And it's headed out of play by Billy Gilmore. It's going to be a throw into Belarus down this Belarus right-hand side, just inside their own half of the field here. Well, Steve Clark is going to be pretty happy with what he's seen so far, I think. He looks reasonably satisfied over on that far side. And here's McGinn. McGinn plays the ball to Shea Adams. A cross comes in. It's just over Ben Doak's head. And rushing over to clear that is the number 2 Petchinen. And it looks like he's caught as the ball goes out of play by Ralston. Ralston and Petchinen have had this rather interesting duel going on all the way through the game. Ralston, no nonsense challenge there all the way through Petchinen. And Zabulin is going to take the throw in for Belarus now. It's level with his own penalty area down the left. And he throws the ball long. It goes over Petchinen's head. And it's picked up easily by Jack Hendry. Here's Gilmore. It's back with Hendry again. Ball played forward by Ralston to Doak. Doak stepping back into his own half, and that's a late challenge. And that's an unfortunate challenge by Jablonski. And that is from behind. That may well earn him the first yellow card of the game. Well, it's a final warning from the referee, in fact, but I think this was worthy of a yellow card. It was a challenge from behind. Let's have a look. Picked up. Yes, that's a yellow card in my mind. Foul by Jablonski on Ben Doak. But the referee has chosen to give him a final warning instead. Doak's back on his feet now, and it's going to be a free kick to Scotland. 4 minutes to go until the break. Scotland hold a slender 1-goal lead right now at Hampden Park. That free kick is long. It's headed away by Zebulon, not far enough really. Picked up there by Billy Gilmore. It breaks loose to McGinn. McGinn sets off Andrew Robertson on his way, tries to play it into the box first time, looking for Scott McTominay, but his opposite number Martinovic clears the ball out of play for a throw-in. Level with the Belarus penalty area. It's taken quickly. The cross comes in from Andrew Robertson, and Gromyko helps get that ball away. Headed out initially by Parkamenko, and it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Angus Gunn, and Angus Gunn clears the ball downfield. Heads go up in the air, looking there for John McGinn for Andrew Robertson. It's picked up by Shea Adams. Shea Adams puts his foot on the ball. Oh, that's a super ball to Ben Doak down the right-hand side. Ben Doak now, can he get the cross in? Whips across the penalty area and clear behind by Martinovic for another corner to Scotland. Looking dangerous to the Scots when they get that ball down to Ben Doak on the right-hand side. He's easily got the beating of his man Zebulon. And it's going to be a corner to Scotland. And I think it's going to be Billy Gilmore. No, it's going to be John McGinn. In fact, he's going to in-swing it from the right-hand side. John McGinn looking for the options. He swings it in, and it's just headed away by Martinovic. Hacked away again by Pechanin, but only as far there as Ralston. Ralston lifts the ball up in the air. Headed out again by Jablonski, flicked on by Barkowski, and the ball goes out of play. It looks like that come off a Scotland player. It's going to be a throw-in to Belarus. I think that actually just came off Ben Doak, actually. Throw-in for Belarus. I mean, Carlos Alos are doing quite happy with the start that Belarus made. They created chances, had efforts towards goal. But since the first goal on 15 minutes, Scotland have been much in control of this game. As that's a long ball by Jablonski, all through. There was nobody there really, just went straight through to the goalkeeper, Angus Gunn. And here is the number 2, Anthony Ralston. Ralston again plays the ball forward. Looking for Shea Adams. Good ball to Scott McTominay. McTominay steps back. He's under pressure there by both Pechanin and Parkamenko. But he breaks loose and gives the ball to Ben Doak. Doak inside the penalty area. Gets the shot away. Oh, good save by Lapukov. Oh, Ben Doak is so dangerous down that right-hand side. And it's a super pass, really. It's so well played, really, by Scott McTominay. Did really well to get the ball to Ben Doak, who turned the defender Zebulon. His pace gets him into the box. He strikes a shot on goal, and Lapukov makes a save. But that is really good play by Ben Doak, and he has easily been Scotland's most dangerous player in this first half. But that is super play. And the corner with a minute to go. It's the 5th corner for Scotland, and it's going to be taken by McGinn. Launched into the box, punched out by Lapukov, but a free kick has been awarded by the referee. Be interesting to see how many minutes of stoppage time we might see on the end of this first half. I'd say there'd be at least 3, given the VAR checks and the injury. But we're going to find out soon enough. It's Lapukov now who's going to take this. Well, cleared downfield by Lapukov over the halfway line. The header won there by Hendry, but Hendry was alleged to have fouled Gromyko, and it's going to be a free kick to the Scots, to the Belarusians. And he went down very easily there, Gromyko. He's back up on his feet now. There is going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. The ball is played forward to Pechanin. Pechanin gets the cross in, but that's really comfortably well dealt with by McLean. And now Scotland break away again. And it's Ben Doak. He's looking for the long ball, but nobody gambling on the run there. And it goes straight through to the goalkeeper, Lapukin, who now has got the ball midway inside his own half. He launches the ball long, looking for Milešević, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to Scotland. And that has been much of the way that Belarus have been playing since the first goal. They've given the ball away a lot. Free kick there to Scotland for the foul by Pigma. And that looked a pretty nasty knock. But the some Gilmore, but he's back on his feet now, is Gilmore. Caught by Pigma. In fact, it wasn't Pigma, I apologise, it was Ebon. And that was a pretty brutal challenge, I have to say. The studs looked quite high there. No VAR are not going to look at that, but that looked pretty nasty. Anyway, it's picked up by Doak. Doak just turning away there from Ebon. Good play by Doak. And he's coming forward now. He gets a shot away. It takes a deflection and loops up into the air. But fortunately for Lapukov, comfortably, and he clears the ball downfield. Chasing this one is Milešević. Cutting across to win that is Scott McKenna. Good play by him. But he runs the ball out of play for a throw-in to Belarus. We've got 15 seconds left in this stoppage time at the end of the first half here at Hampden Park. It's Scotland 1, Belarus 0. And here is Ebon, who launches the ball into the penalty area. Spectacular bicycle kick there by Gromyko, but he wasn't able to get everything on it, and in the end he just puts the ball behind. And that's it for the first half. The referee blows for half-time. The goal on 15 minutes by Shea Adams, turning the captain, Martinovic, and smashing the ball in the bottom left-hand corner. Scotland have had additional chances but have not taken them. But they hold the lead at half-time. And for now at least, Scotland top the group. It's half-time. Scotland 1, Belarus 0. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much there to Paul James. Excellent first half commentary on the game between Scotland and Belarus. And which sees Shadham's goal on 15 minutes, the difference between the two sides at the break. We're going to take a quick break right now, and when we return, we'll go through the half-time score lines and all the other, and remind you of what other games are coming up later today. We'll go through all the scores from the games involving the matches in the World Cup Qualifiers. Join us in a few moments after this short break here on the Commentary Hub. Welcome back here to Hampden Park, where Scotland are leading by a goal to nil, and as Paul rightly mentioned, go top of the group as it stands right now at half time in this game, with Denmark coming up later in the programme for you to, well, not later in the programme, later on this evening for you to have a listen to and get your teeth into this afternoon for your matches that we have got coming up on later on in the show. We may tell you what the results are from those matches a little bit later on as well in those games. Then we can see all the scores going across the bottom of your screens there, so we can keep you updated with that one as all the other games taking place now as it stands at this moment in time. We'll bring you the scores in just a moment. It's time for the half-time score lines and take you up and down the country, up and down the world, should I say, as we bring you the scores from the other matches taking place this evening and early evening, should I say, which is going to be some good games taking place today as we bring you those half-time scores as we take a look now as we get ready to bring you the half-time scoreline, starting off with this group here. As you can see, if he decides to if I just refresh, he's just decided not to refresh the page there. And if I just refresh that one as well, because he had some results from the Premier League matches, which there's no Premier League today. And here we are. These are the scores for you when the screen decides to load up with the scores for you. As we can see there on your screen right now, the scores are as what we are wanting them to be. So Scotland 1, Belarus 0. Denmark versus Greece is at 7:45 this evening. In Group G, the Netherlands are beating Finland by 3-0 at half time. Lithuania against Poland is the later game as well there. Let's take a look at the other groups that are taking place right now. One result which has already come into us today, and that was in Group H, which was San Marino 0, Cyprus 4 in that one there, as that result came in. That kicked off at 2 p.m. this afternoon. If you're just tuning into us right now, wondering why the others are half-time scorelines in the matches taking place today, as you can see on your screen there. The other game in that group sees Romania take on Austria. That's at 7:45. And we did have someone in the comments earlier on asking us how the Faroe Islands are getting on. They're still 0-0 at half-time against Czech Republic. Good result for the Faroes in that one there. In their group later is Croatia against Gibraltar as well. In Scotland, as you've heard from Paul James, leading in their game, and as it stands, top their group, which will bring you the group table for that just before we finish this evening as well, so you can see what the table means for the Scotland group, which you'll be able to see the table of just before we finish the programme this afternoon here, evening here for you listeners, or wherever you are in the world. It might be late night, it might be early morning, whichever one it is for you, you'll hear the results that matter for you, for whichever one of the countries we're playing today that you follow, and we'll also give you some good news as well. If you're an English fan, listen to this broadcast up in how Scotland gets on with the other home nation sides. But yesterday was a big result in England's group for you as well. Last night in England's group, which is Group K, Latvia 2, Andorra 2 was a result from yesterday. And yesterday evening, Serbia 0, Albania 1. So what does that, and I can hear people now saying to me, Russ, what does that mean for England with that result between Serbia and Albania? Well, that result is a big result for England, and that result means if England were to beat for the World Cup with 2 games to spare for England. So, England could be in a World Cup place on Tuesday evening, come 9:30, 10-ish, depending how they get on against Latvia. And one bit of bad news for England, he didn't feature in the friendly against Wales, but João Kwanzaa has picked up an injury playing for England and has been ruled out of Tuesday's match, which will see England be without him. And I can tell you that Thomas Tuchel has decided not to call up a replacement for João Kwanzaa of the German side Bayer Leverkusen, who were managed last season by Xabi Alonso, the former Liverpool midfielder. Let's go back to the man alongside me. Paul James is back alongside us. And Paul, what did you make to that first half? A good lead for Scotland, and they could have had more goals had their shooting been on point.
Yeah, I mean, the first, before the goal, I felt Belarus looked very strong. They were going forward, they were creating chances, they weren't taking them really. And then after the Scotland scored, Scotland took over control of the game completely. They did create chances, but they were not able to finish them. I think they'll want, just to be sure, you know what football's like, you know, a team can score a goal at any time. So they'll definitely want a couple more to kill this game off completely. Plus, this is a group game, so goal difference is a factor here.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely, my friend. And also, just want to, what did you make to the VAR check for that goal? Because for me, like yourself, like I mentioned on commentary, you could see that Sheridan's was clearly onside. I think for me, for what we probably gave, because McTominay went towards the right as the ball come back towards Shay Adams, and he was, as the ball come back in, McTominay had gone into an offside position. I think they flagged for him, thinking he was involved in the build in the last minute before Adams scored. However, where the ball come back in from, it was a second phase of play because he'd already cleared away from McTominay first time and come back out, and McTominay would then get back in. It was the second phase of play, and he went to Adams, who was in an onside position. I felt the officials on the field going wrong, and the VAR team, not very often we say this, Paul, on the channel or when we're speaking off there as well, VAR got his spot on.
Well, this scenario is exactly what VAR is for, clear and obvious errors. This is exactly what VAR is for, and we've talked about it a lot because we cover mainly the domestic league, right? We cover the Premier League, and we know how bad VAR is in the Premier League. But internationally in Europe and around the world, everybody else seems to get it right, except the English, apparently. So it's one of them things, isn't it? It's just, you know, there's nothing. They don't know how to use the technology properly, or they don't use common sense in any shape or form. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it. I can't figure it out. But yes, this is exactly what VAR is supposed to be for.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. And you've just got to wonder now, with Scotland only having one goal leading by a goal, there must be some nerves maybe creeping into the Scottish fans, especially the way Belarus played before the goal and how they responded after going behind as well, with some chances trying to get back on level terms as well. So there's going to be some promise in there for Belarus as well, Paul, in this going into the second half, as well as some nerves for Scotland as well.
Well, the way the manager will look at it, he'll say, you're only 1-0 down. Scotland have thrown everything at you from the 15th minute. You're still only one goal down. So they'll look at this as still being in the game. I suspect he'll be quite happy with the way Belarus has played in the first half, given the previous result of 6-0 loss at home to Denmark. But I think ultimately... they've they've got to kill the game off for Scotland. I think they do have to kill the game off. For Belarus, I think they need to look at Zebulin down the left there, the left back. He's been beaten every time by Ben Doak, and if the Belarusian manager Carlos Alos does not make a change, Scotland should focus on getting the ball to Ben Doak down that right-hand side, because he's got the beating of Zebulin every single time.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. The team's getting ready to come back out now of the tunnel ahead of kick-off in this second half. I think Scotland will still have to be too much, as we mentioned at the top of the show, for Belarus tonight, and I can see Scotland potentially getting 2 or 3 more goals. Let's see if that's going to be the case in the company of your match commentator. Alongside me is Paul James.
Thank you very much, Ross. Yes, so Belarus still only 1 goal down. Ross, I agree with you. Just the one. I don't think they'll be comfortable with. I think Scotland are going to want a couple more. There's no changes at half time, and Scotland are going to be attacking the goal to our left in the second half. You can see the teams and substitutes there in front of you on the screen, and we're just waiting now for the referee's whistle to get us underway at the start of this second half. And I'm not sure what the referee's waiting for, but we think we're finally going to be underway here now in just a second. Here we go, and it's Kenny McLean with the ball. He just plays the ball to Scott McTominay. He goes back to Jack Hendry. It's McTominay again. That's just down that right-hand side there to Ralston. Ralston plays it off one of the Belarusian players. I believe it was Zebulin, and the ball goes out of play for a throw-in to the Scots. It's taken quickly, and it goes all the way back here to Jack Hendry. Hendry launches the ball forward. The header is won well there by Ebong, and it's played forward to Gromyko. Gromyko trying to turn in between 2 Scottish defenders. It didn't work. He's claiming a foul. The referee said no, and now Scotland can come forward. It's McGinn. Plays the ball into the centre of the park, and here is Billy Gilmore. And it just deflects there off Ebong, goes out of play for a throw-in to Scotland, and it's taken quickly. Here is John McGinn. It's good play by McGinn. Tries to play the ball through to Shea Adams. Shea Adams gets there. He pulls the ball across. Nobody gambling, but it's won back by McTominay. Here's Robertson. Back to McGinn. Across there, the shot from McLean. He just pulls at it, and it goes wide of the goal. It's down the left side of Lapukov's goal, and it's a goal kick. But that again is really good build-up from Scotland. Ball pulled back, really good play. Scott McTominay keeping the play alive. Back to Andrew Robertson, to John McGinn, and it's just unfortunate for Kenny McLean. He just pulls at that and pulls it wide. And Scotland looking good value for their lead, and knowing if they can get a good victory over Belarus, go into Greece in confidence, see if they can pick up the victory there and finally get the victory over Denmark back at home and qualify for the first time since 1998. Is Scotland now with McTominay. McTominay with a shot, and Lapukov gets down to his right-hand side to make the save. And see Scott McTominay there. He's Scotland just ripping apart the Belarus midfield. It has to be said. There's virtually nothing there in the midfield for Belarus that's really any sort of a challenge, and the game is being won and lost in that midfield between both sides. It's a long ball up, looking for Ben Doak, and Zebulin gets his head to that and puts that ball out of play. It's a throw-in now down the right-hand side, which Anthony Ralston will take. It's level with the Belarus penalty area. Taken quickly, given to Ben Doak. Doak is dropped back there. And here's Ralston. That's a nice little ball back. It's Doak again. Good play this by Scotland. Doak. Gilmore plays it off the defender Parkamenko, and it's going to be a throw-in for Scotland. The throw-in's taken quickly to Gilmore. Gilmore just peels away there from Zebulin, and he tries to get the cross in, but it's put behind by Martinovic, and that was really good play by Gilmore. but Martinovic awake to that, puts that behind for another corner to Scotland down the right hand side, which John McGinn will take. McGinn is going to launch this one into the 6-yard box. Lapukov gets a hold of it and now launches the ball downfield. Gromyko just going to try and bring this ball under control, but he's under pressure from Ben Doak, and Doak wins the ball back easily. Gives the ball to Ralston. Hendry. McKenna. And that's a good pass there by Robertson, the captain, to the number 8, Gilmore. Got a few minutes gone in this second half, and Scotland still looking comfortable. Here's Gilmore. Pressure. Just drops the ball back to Angus Gunn. Gunn clears the ball downfield, and it's going to be a throw-in to Belarus. It wasn't the best clearance by Angus Gunn. And going to be taking the throw-in is Pigma. It's about 6 yards inside the Scotland half of the field. The header is won by Robertson. Pigma again just heads the ball. It's picked up by Ebong. Ebong checks back to Pigma. Pigma goes back to his own half of the field, and it's picked up by Martinovic. Played forward looking for Milešević, and Milešević goes down under the challenge from McKenna. The referee is in fact given a free kick for Milešević. It looks like, yes, he was just having his shirt pulled there by Scott McKenna. No question about the free kick. It's back into the Belarusian half of the field. And here's Martinovic. It's Ebong. Ebong steps back into his own half of the field. Back to Martinovic. Martinovic plays the ball forward. Well, looking for the run there was Milešević. And it's won back by Scotland. And here's Shea Adams. Oh, that's unfortunate by Shea Adams. Straight to Zebulin. And now Belarus can come forward over the halfway line. And here's Gromyko. Gromyko has got Barkowski in front of him. He goes out onto the right-hand side to Pigma. Pigma tries to get the cross in. Oh, it's just blocked down this right-hand side. Oh, skipping into the penalty area is Gromyko. But really good defending that time by Scott McTominay. Just shielding Gromyko away there. And Gromyko forced to foul McTominay. And it's going to be a free kick. Gromyko losing the battle of strength there and trips McTominay instead. Well, it's been a really good performance by Scotland. Still only the one goal in it though. And it's going to be a free kick for Angus Gunn to launch downfield. Winning that header comfortably is Martinovic, and the ball is played forward. Chasing this one is Milešević, but winning it well is Andrew Robertson. Getting it back. Oh, it's a terrible giveaway by Gunn, and he's giving it straight to Barkowski. Barkowski gets the cross in, and it's headed out there by Ralston. That's good play. They backed up Gunn there because Gunn had given the ball away. Ben Doak keeping possession, gives the ball there to McLean. McLean played forward. Now overlapping for Scotland is Andrew Robertson. Robertson played forward to Shea Adams. Back to Robertson. It's a deep crossover on the far side. Doak gets back and tries to keep the ball in play. It's hooked away by Zebulin. Only as far here as Gilmore with a shot, and that's not far away. And Lapukov just giving his defence the hairdryer treatment. As you can see here, it's really poor clearance here by Zebulin. Going straight to Gilmore. They certainly didn't close him down quick enough. Ebong guilty of just ball watching really. And Gilmore struck the shot. Not that far away. The ball is played long downfield and it looks like it went out of play, so it's going to be a throw into Scotland. And they lead by 1-0. We've had 8 minutes gone at the start of the second half. Scotland have the throw in about 10 yards inside the Belarusian half of the field, down the right-hand side. Here is Ben Doak now. Doak checking inside goal. That's a good ball there. And a chance. Super save from the shot from John McGinn. And, well, that was a super save by Lapukov. And the ball is long over on the far side looking for Milešević. Andrew Robertson is dealing with him. And he plays the ball forward to McGinn, who had that opportunity, but that really was a good save by Lapukov. And McGinn plays the ball now to Gilmore. Gilmore drops the ball back there to Robertson. Robertson across to Jack Hendry. Picked up there by the number 4 for Scotland. That is Scott McTominay. Goes all the way back to Angus Gunn. And here is McKenna now for Scotland. McKenna plays the ball across there to Hendry. Hendry to Ralston. Ralston just holding the ball up. He's got time. Just waiting for some movement. Finds Scott McTominay. Back to Ralston. Here's Hendry again. Across to the 16 McKenna. McKenna plays the ball now down to Robertson. Robertson, this is great build up by Scotland. Here's McGinn. Back there to McLean. McTominay. Out wide to Doak. Can he get across in Doak? There's just a bit too much on that. And it goes over and wide for the goal kick. And you can see here, really good build-up by Scotland again. Doak, I think, really good play. That was the shot by McGinn. You could argue that he didn't put it far enough into the corner, but you still have to take your hat off to the goalkeeper. It's a good save. Pigas is coming off now, and Malinchenko is on. So the number 23, Malinchenko, is on. He's an attacking player, Trofim Malinchenko, and Pigas, the other defender, the right back, is off now. So an attacking substitution for Belarus. And here's Gromyko, tries to get the cross in, but it's plucked up easily there by Angus Gunn. And Scotland now trying to come forward. Is that a foul on John McGinn? The referee's looking, but John McGinn is looking at the referee, but has he given it? Just can't quite tell at the moment. Yes, he has. So free kick for Scotland, taken quickly by Andrew Robertson. And the ball is forward looking for Shea Adams, and that's really good defending by Martinovic. And Lapukov has come out all a long way. And now here's Ebong as Belarus maintain that. Ebong out onto the far side. And there's an opportunity now. It's cut inside, takes a deflection, somehow kept in play by Angus Gunn. And that is a good effort from the substitute Malyshenko. Just caught there, took a deflection, fortunately really for Angus Gunn. And here is McKenna. McKenna plays the ball inside there to the number 8 Billy Gilmore, goes all the way to the goalkeeper, and he releases it to Gilmore again. Gilmore been very impressive in this in the first half as well. Breaking news coming out of the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Jordan Pickford agrees a new Toffees deal. The Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford has agreed a new long-term contract. You can see the breaking news on your screen there. The ball is played long, looking for. Oh, that's poor defending by Parkamenko. Shea Adams still has it. He goes down. Shea Adams. He looks to the referee, complaining. It's a throw-in that's been given. I don't think there was enough in there for a penalty. VAR might check it. Let's have a look. Just looking, Shea Adams gets into the penalty area. He goes over the defender Parkamenko, number 1. Parkamenko comes back. I think that is close. I'm not sure whether I would give that as a penalty. Let me take another look at this. It's being looked at. They tried to wrestle him down there, tried to bring him down there, and then No, I don't think it's a penalty. Here's my thoughts on this. It's being checked. I don't think it's a penalty. I think he gets his head caught between Shea Adams' leg, and I think Shea Adams goes down. But I think he goes down too easily. I don't know whether this is going to be given a penalty, but they are looking at it. It might be the intention here of the defender Parkamenko, because he did try to bring him down the first time, and Shea Adams was very honest and stayed on his feet. Perhaps that warrants some reward. And then during the second time he does go down, but I think Parkamenko got his head caught between the legs of Shea Adams. But we're going to see. You could make an argument here for Shea Adams that he did try to bring him down and he stayed on his feet. We often wonder why that isn't rewarded. But we're going to see now. He's going over to the captain. We're just waiting for the official announcement. They're still looking, and of course, the longer they look at it, the more they think there might be a case. So, we'll see. It's a long check. The referee is still not being informed. I think, given the fact, I looked at this and I'm starting to get a different feeling on this now. I actually feel that, given the fact that he tried to bring Shea Adams down, Parkamenko, and he tried to stay on his feet, the referee is going over to look at it now, and this might be the turning factor. And as I was saying, I just feel that because Parkamenko tried to bring Shea Adams down, he stayed on his feet, I think that warrants some reward. There was certainly no attempt to win the ball at any time during that challenge. So, for me, yes, penalty. You can see he's trying to roll over at Shea Adams. I think this is a penalty, and Shea Adams all the time stays on his feet. You can see Parkamenko is trying to roll over and bring him over that way, and he stays on his feet all throughout that to Shea Adams. So I think this warrants some reward. It could be a handball for Shea Adams looking at that angle, and I think the referee here is going to make his own mind up. He was told to look at the monitor. For me, I don't know, it could be the handball by Shea Adams, but he's given the handball to Shea Adams. It's going to be a free kick, but look again, Shea Adams has got his arm wrapped around, or has Parkamenko's arm wrapped around him. He can't move his arm. There's nothing that Shea Adams can do. By the definition of the rules, by the absolute rules of the game, you've got to say that's a free kick to Belarus. But let's use common sense. There's no way Shea Adams can move his arm during that. He's got his arm is entrapped in Parkamenko's arm. There's no way for him to do anything with that. For me, correct decision made according to the rules, but there's no common sense, is there really? And the free kick for Belarus, and it's cleared downfield by Lepukov. For me, Belarus get away with one there. Here is Andrew Robertson, plays the ball back to Angus Gunn. And the ball is now with Ralston. Ralston plays the ball forward, looking for Ben Doak. That's won comfortably there by Pechanin. It goes back now to Zebulin. Zebulin plays with a nice back heel there, and picked up here by the substitute Malashenko. And Malashenko's got a bit of space in front of him now. Malashenko tries to play the ball across. Here's an opportunity, and it's 1-1! Oh, it's Maleshevich. We said it at the end of the first half. Maleshevich has equalised. And, well, this is football for you. This is football. Scotland have completely dominated, not taken their chances, perhaps should have had a penalty. The ball was played across the 6-yard box, and Maleshevich is there, putting the ball in the net. Complaints from the Scotland team, probably going back to the original penalty. It started with the substitute, Malachenko. Malachenko is completely unchallenged here. Some poor defending by Scotland, both in the build-up play and the finish. Malachenko not challenged at all, and the ball into the middle to Maleshevich, and the ball was just tucked away. Nobody marking Maleshevich close enough, and it's 1-1. And Scotland will, well, what do you say to that? That is a gut punch if I've ever seen one. But Belarus tie up the score, and the referee is now reviewing this goal. So we're just going to see. I didn't see a lot wrong with it. Let's just take a look and see. The referee is now going to the monitor to have a look at it. So this goal may not stand. I want to take another look at this. Maybe I missed something. The referee is going over, and it could be here. The tackle, yes, the tackle on McTominay by the number 14, Yablonski. Yes, that's a foul. That's a foul, and that goal needs to be ruled out. That's a foul by Yablonski on McTominay in the build-up play. And I think the referee is going to rule this goal out. Here comes the decision. Let's see what he says. Let's wait and see. I'm not sure what he's given there. No goal, and it is a foul. And rightly so. I think the correct decision has been reached there. The foul on McTominay in the build-up goal, the build-up to that means that Belarus's equaliser is cancelled out, and Scotland can breathe a sigh of relief. Well, Ralston there with that, with the free kick as Belarus. Well, Maleshevich, it's rather unfortunate for him, but yeah, on 65 minutes, the goal is ruled out for Maleshevich for Yablonski's foul on Scott McTominay. Ball played forward there, and just trying to win that is Barkovic, and it's cleared away there by Andrew Robertson, and it's going to be a free kick for Scotland for that tackle. And Scotland 1, Belarus 0. Just take a look at this again. First of all on Barkowski, and then actually the clearance by Scott McKenna. The challenge was late by Maleshevich, and no question that that a free kick was warranted there. And Scotland 1, Belarus 0. It's cleared downfield, and the header on by McGinn. And again, there Gilmore picked up here by Shea Adams. He's got some space. Shea Adams tries to play the ball through, and Gilmore goes down under the challenge. He's appealing to the referee. I didn't see a case for a penalty there, and it's a throw-in anyway to Scotland. It's just level with the penalty area to be taken by Ralston, and Doak is up there as well. Here's Ralston, tries to get the cross in, but that'll go behind for a corner to Scotland. Blocked there by Parkamenko, and it's going to be a corner as there is some disagreements going on. A yellow card has been issued to one of the Belarusian players, and I think it is to Pachanin. Yes, it is. Pachanin goes into the referee's notebook, and a yellow card for Pachanin on 68 minutes. No substitutes yet by only the one substitute rather by Belarus, but no substitutes by the Scots yet. And it's going to be a corner which John McGinn is going to take. As Kirill Pachanin goes into the referee's notebook. John McGinn now is going to take this corner. Runs into the 6-yard box. Lapukov comes and punches it away. Only as far as Andrew Robertson. Robertson gives it back to Gilmore. Gilmore's pass back to Robertson has a bit too much on it, and it rolls through to the goalkeeper, Fiori, Lapukov. Ball played forward here to the defender Malenchenko. And Scotland have won the ball back now, and here's Scott McTominay breaking forward. McTominay into the penalty area, tries to get the cross in, but that's a really good block by Parkamenko, and it's going to be a corner to Scotland once again. As we approach the last third of this game, Scotland still holding on to that 1-goal lead. Given the warning that they have had with the disallowed equaliser, Scotland are now going to make 2 substitutions. They are bringing on the number 6, Kieran Tierney, and they are bringing on somebody else, and I'll get that for you in a moment. But the corner is going to be coming on now for John McGinn. It's whipped in. Lapukov gets a touch on it. It's cleared away. Only it's back now. With Robertson. Robertson now to Doak. Doak gets a cross in, and it's turned in by Shea Adams, but they're claiming handball. It's going to be disallowed, this goal. Shea Adams got his hand on that. There's no question. A disallowed goal there by Shea Adams. No question there for me that was and should be ruled out. He's got his arm out there. Yeah, no question for me. Looks like the other substitute might be John Sutar. Just turned into the net there by Shea Adams. They are checking it, but it looks like he turned that ball into the net. In my opinion, there's no question that should stand, but they are checking it. Let's see what well, they're still looking at it, and this is interesting. This goal might stand, and if it does, I have to say I'd be very surprised, but we're going to see in a moment anyway. Shea Adams still waiting, and they're looking at this. They're looking at this now for a fairly long time. Immediately, the referee's arm went up to signal handball. The official's flag went up to signal handball on the other side too. But I think finally the goal is not going to stand. Check over. No, I'm not sure why that took so long. So coming off for Scotland is Ralston. Anthony Ralston coming off. And coming on is Kieran Tierney. And Hendry is the other one coming off for John Sutar. So those are your 2 Scotland substitutions. Sutar and Tierney on. Ralston and Hendry off. Double substitution for Scotland. And the ball is played forward now as on the ball there is Milekovic, who gets the cross in, the header up into the air there by the substitute Malenchenko. Faroe Islands are leading Czech Republic by 1-0. That'll be a big shock, wouldn't it? That's cleared forward there by by the substitute Sutar. And there's McTominay. McTominay plays the ball forward to Doak. Doak trying to keep that ball under control. He plays it off the substitute Malenchenko, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Scotland, and it's going to be taken by Tierney. Let's drop back there. Ball is played forward by McKenna. It goes out of play for a throw-in to Belarus, or has it? It's actually gone back. The throw-in to be retaken by Scotland. Still 1-0. I'll have to think on for my man of the match here, which I will give to my producer Ross closer to the time. A few candidates I have in mind. But that ball goes out of play, and it's a throw-in for Belarus as we take a look at, funny enough, that goal was ruled out for actually not the handball. It was ruled out for offside. So that's interesting. Here's Pechinen, plays the ball forward, looking for Malenchenko, but it goes out of play for a throw-in to Scotland. Scrappy play in the last 16 minutes of this game as Kieran Tierney is going to take this, his wrist wrapped up in a bandage. Cleared forward by Tierney. Unable to bring the ball under control is Doak. Martinovic just drops the ball back there to Jablonski. And it goes back to the goalkeeper, Lapukov, headed on there by Parkamenko. Only really as far as Robertson. It's now with Gilmore in the centre of the midfield. Gilmore tries to find Scott McTominay, almost gave the ball away. McTominay, eventually the ball gets down to the right-hand side towards Doak. But Pechinen picks the ball up and he goes long with that ball. Trying to win that ball is Gromyko. Gromyko goes down. Is he fouled? Well, it's a good job he wasn't because, it could have been trouble for Scotland's substitute when he just come on, Suter. And because he would have been the last man. Here's Robertson. And he commits a foul on a free kick for Belarus. 15 minutes to go. Still Scotland 1, Belarus 0. And it's a free kick and it's going to be taken by Parkamenko. Parkamenko. Cross there to Ebong. Back to the number 4 Martinovic. Zabulin. 57% possession Scotland in this game. It's a long ball over to Milashevic. He had the goal disallowed, of course. And that was because of the foul by Jablonski on Scott Tominey. Here's Zebulin. Zebulin goes long over on the far side and it's picked up here by Gromyko. Gromyko now is about 30 yards out. He's going to try a shot. He doesn't. It was laid off there for Barkowski, but he was dispossessed and Scotland trying to come forward and he's challenged by Ebong. Ebong wins the ball back and he tries a shot and it looks like it comes off the substitute for Scotland, Suter. And it's going to be a corner to Belarus. As time ticking down in this one. And a corner to Scotland, which is going to be taken by Gromyko. Very few chances created by Belarus since Scotland's goal. But they've got a corner now, which Gromyko will take. And cross coming in. Header tried to be won there by Zebulin, but it's cleared away and into the Belarus half of the field to be met by Lapukov. Lapukov, the goalkeeper, is he going to go long here? He's almost by the centre circle. He lays the ball off there for Parkamenko. And he plays the ball into the midfield to Ebong. Back to the goalkeeper, Lapukov. Lapukov plays the ball there straight to Jablonski. Jablonski just gives the ball to Gromyko. He turns away from McLean. Just wins himself a little bit of space in the centre circle, Gromyko. And Gromyko, once again, is looking for options. But I think Belarus just appear to be out of ideas at the moment. And the ball is out wide here. And the substitute, Milenkovic, or the substitute rather, Malenchenko. Sorry, excuse me. I'm still trying to get some of these names right. Malenchenko. I'll get it right next time. Picked up by Ebong. Ebong plays the ball over the halfway line to Gromyko. Gromyko now plays the ball forward and Milenchenko inside the penalty area. Milenchenko steps back, drops the ball back here for Jablonski. Back to Milenchenko. Picked up there by Ebong. Oh, and here's a chance now for Barkowski. Barkowski with a shot, but he pulls the shot wide. And he tried to go to the near post rather than the far post of Angus Gunn. And it goes behind for a goal kick. And I think what I'm going to do here at this point is I'm just going to give my man of the match to my producer, I think, because I'm pretty confident I've got who I want it to go to be. And the ball is played forward, looking for Milenchenko. And it's a throw in to Scotland. That ball goes out of play and picked up by the number 3 there, Andrew Robertson. Gives it to Scott McKenna. Back to McKenna again, off Suter. Here's McLean now for Scotland. Again, really patient, quality build-up by the Scots here. McTominay. Robertson, back to the number 8, Gilmore. Here's McLean. McTominay. Out wide onto the far side there to Tierney. Here's Suter. Good ball there to the number 16, McKenna. Back, a quick 1-2 there with McKenna and McLean. Here's Suter across to Tierney. Oh, good turn by Tierney. Just gets away there from the substitute, Milenchenko. And he's fouled, surely there is Tierney by Milenchenko. Is the referee giving a free kick or a throw-in? We'll see. Looks like it is a free kick. Did look like a foul. And Barkowski is just kicking the ball away there, really. That should warrant a yellow card. The referee is forcing Tierney to go further back to take the free kick from the correct position. And the free kick is finally taken, but Scotland give the ball away. And given away also by Gromyko. And here is McGinn. McGinn gives the ball to Robertson. Robertson floating across back to the back post. Here's Doak. Doak now under pressure there by Petchanin, but he is alleged to have committed the foul there, Petchanin. Not Petchanin, rather, Ben Doak. And Doak is frustrated with that. And it's a free kick to Belarus. Is Milenchenko just trying to get ahead there of Billy Gilmore. Gilmore wins the ball first though, and it's a foul there and a free kick to Scotland. The referee played on. That's another foul and a yellow card waved in somebody's direction, but it's a free kick to Scotland. I'm just trying to see who that yellow card, I think it's waved in the face of the substitute Milenchenko. Looks like it is, and it's a free kick to Scotland and a yellow card for Trofim Milenchenko. Oh no, I apologise. It's been given to Ebong, actually, the yellow card. I thought it had been given to Milenchenko. My apologies. So it's Ebong with the yellow card there, and play continues as Belarus perhaps becoming a little frustrated at this time. Here's Ebong now. Picks the ball up. It's back with Martinovic and cleared there by Lapukov, but only out of play. That's a really poor clearance. And now a throw-in level with the penalty area for Scotland. Double substitution coming up here. Number 7, Milencevich. He is coming off. Now he would perhaps their best player, and Kuchko is coming on, and there is another one. Looks like Gromyko is coming off. And coming on for him is Korzen. So it's Nikita Korzen. I'll just run through these substitutions for you now. Nikita Korzen, we'll get back to that in a moment. The cross coming in by Andrew Robertson, and it's cleared away. Nikita Korzen and Gleb Kuchko are on And coming off, I'll give you those in a moment. Here is McGinn in the penalty area. Ball played across. Trying to just bring that ball under control is McTominay. The cross coming in. Breaks loose for McTominay! And he scores! And Scotland have finally wrapped it up. And it's Scott McTominay with the goal on 84 minutes. And that one certainly is not going to be ruled out. Scott McTominay, an easy finish in the end. You wonder just why it's taken Scotland so long to get that second goal, but the ball broke loose into the penalty area. I'm going to take a look at this again. It's John McGinn's great work. Gets into the penalty area. He pulls the ball back to McTominay. McTominay just turns and plays the ball out again. It's good play. The cross coming in from Andrew Robertson was perfect. Straight to McTominay's foot. It's completely unmarked. The Belarus defender's fallen asleep there, chested down. And with his left foot, Scott McTominay beats the goalkeeper into the left-hand side. But here comes Belarus now. The cross to the back post. And it's flicked over the top there. The cross there by Malyshenko. I'm just going to go through the substitutes for you now. So Nikita Kuzin and Gleb Kuchko has come on for Evgeny Maleshevich and Valery Gromyko. So those are your substitutions. Corner ball now for Belarus. It's swung in and comes back to the edge of the area to Malyshenko. The shot is blocked. And here is Ebon. One goal, his first goal in this qualifying campaign for Scott McTominay. It's headed out, and a looping effort there by Jablonski goes over the crossbar. But as we go into the last 4 minutes, and we'll be giving our player of the match out very shortly. You wonder whether Lapukov could have done a little bit better with that goal, but it makes no difference. Scotland are leading this game. 2-0 now, and that is the job wrapped up really for the Scots. As the ball is played long there by McTominay. Shea Adams chasing this one. Lapukov comes out and puts that ball out of play. Quick throw in by Scotland, and here's a chance now for Gilmour. Oh, just as the goalkeeper was running back, it was a really quick thinking by Robertson, showing a veteran manoeuvre there. Got the ball to Gilmour, and Gilmour then just struck the shot. He was not able to keep it down, but that was a real veteran move by Andrew Robertson there. Taking the throw in quickly as Lapukov was heading back to the net. Here's Jablonski. Plays the ball forward here for the other substitute. Kuchko with a chance to Milenchenko. And he tries to play the ball across, back to Kuchko. But it goes across the face of the goal, and that was perhaps Belarus's best chance. Kuchko plays the ball here to Milenchenko. Milenchenko got caught between the cross and the shot, and Kuchko is like, why didn't you pass the ball back? And double substitution for Scotland coming up now, and it's the number 14, Lennon Miller, who is coming on. Gilmour is coming off, and we're just going to see who the other one is that's coming on now. It's Shea Adams coming off, the goal scorer, the scorer of the first goal. And we'll just see who is coming on for Scotland. And it's Lyndon Dykes who is coming on for Scotland. So your substitutes are Lyndon Dykes and Lennon Miller for Billy Gilmour and Shea Adams. As you'll see those come up on your screen as we go into the last 2 minutes of the game here at Hampden Park. And I'm going to give my player of the match or man of the match at the next stoppage in play. Free kick to be taken by Andrew Robertson. Robertson drops the ball back and across here to Suter, to Ben Doak. Doak just holds the ball up. And long ball forward there into the penalty area. Here, though, is it's again Scott McTominay tries to pull the ball back to Ben Doak, but it's blocked. And finally an offside there. So let's give our player of the match. So today's man of the match, as sponsored by Football Live, goes to, in my opinion, what has been Scotland's most dangerous player, number 17, Ben Gannon Doak. 2 shots on target, 48 touches in the opposition penalty area, 16 out of 23 passing accuracy, which is a 69% or 70% passing ratio. So today's man of the match, as sponsored by Football Live, goes to Scotland 17, Ben Gannon Doak. We just see some substitutions now for Belarus. The number 5 is coming off, Igor Parkhomenko. Just coming on here is the number 30. I'm just trying to see. Demchenko is the other one coming in. Nikita Demchenko. And there's another substitution wrapping up the 5-4. There's going to be 8 minutes of stoppage time as well, I might add. Also, Evgeny Yablonsky is coming off as well. So let's just read out those substitutes for you. The ones coming on is... I've lost where I'm at now. Scotland also making a substitution, which is no fun. Okay, so I think it's Karpovic that is on for... So it's Karpovic and Demchenko that are on for Yablonsky and Parkhomenko. And for Scotland, Doak is off and Bowie is on. So that wraps up all 5 substitutions for Scotland as they wrap up their players ready for their next task, which is in Greece in November. And coming forward now for Belarus, just looking to try to get back into this game. And here is Nikita Martinovic. Martinovic again. And just holding the ball up to the number 13 there, Karpovic. The ball is played into the penalty area. Oh, it's laid off here, an opportunity. The shot takes a deflection there from Ebong and goes out of play for a throw-in. For a corner. Good work here by Karpovic. The flick on really well played there by Barkowski, but the corner is now going to be taken by Petchinen. Cross coming in, headed up into the air by Bowie and cleared away. Only as far as Demchenko. Demchenko launches the ball into the middle, and the other substitute, Nikita Korzin, gets his head on it, but it's a comfortable save for Angus Gunn. As we go into the last few minutes of this game, it's been won for Scotland. They won 2-0 in Belarus, and so far they're winning 2-0 in Scotland as Belarus's miserable qualification continues. And here's an opportunity for Scotland coming forward now with Lyndon Dykes. The cross coming in is blocked there by McTominay. And now trying to get to the bound. Oh, this is great play by Scotland. The cross coming in and a free hit. Oh, will it loop in? No! Oh, that was really good play by Scotland. The cross coming in and the header by Bowie, and it just looped towards the goal but didn't really drop in the goal, didn't really reach the goal. In the end, it was a comfortable save, but nearly 3-0 for Scotland there. Here's Karpovic. Down the right-hand side here to Kuchko. Kuchko again. Checked inside, tries to get the cross in. Cleared away that time by Tierney, gets his foot right through that. Game management time really for Scotland now. And here is Martinovic. Out wide to Karpovic. Karpovic to the number 9 there for Belarus, Egbon. Out wide here to the number 21, swings that cross in there. Kuchko, and it's over out onto the far side. Here's an opportunity now for Pechunin, launched out there into the 6-yard box. On the back post is the number 13 Sergei Karpovic, and he just is not able to control that one. Just was trying to hook the ball across, but not with any real distinction, and it's behind for a goal kick. And we've got 3 minutes to go in the 8 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game, and Scotland looking good for the 2-0 victory to go top of this group ahead of their game, ahead of Denmark's game tonight against Greece. And Belarus coming forward now. Ball played back here. Just looking for the opportunity, Belarus, to maybe try to get back into, maybe try to get something from this game. And here's an opportunity now for Kochkin, and he scores! And, well, Belarus pull a goal back. It's Kochko, the scorer, the substitute. And it's 2-1. And Gleb Kochko. So let's have a look at this. The ball played forward. It was a great touch by Kochko, which took the ball away from Robertson. It was a really well taken goal. Just touched the ball away from Robertson and plays the ball under the goalkeeper. And, well, a goal back for Belarus. And it's game on. There is still a couple of minutes left. This really might make it interesting. Now for the next couple of minutes, a goal by Kuchko. And now down the right-hand side is Malinchenko. Malinchenko gets a deep cross in, but nobody there, and it goes behind, much to Scotland's relief, for a goal kick. And Steve Clark, slightly worried look on his face. The goal back by Belarus. How crucial will that be for Kuchko? And it's going to be cleared now downfield. It's going to take his time here, is Angus Gunn, but he gets the clearance downfield, trying to win that ball there, but that's won by Egbon. Just flicks that back to the number 3 there. Pavel Zebulin. And here is Zebulin in the midfield. Long ball out wide here to Pechunin. Pechunin, long ball over the top. Just trying to win that ball there. That's won there by Lyndon Dykes. And here's Zebulin again. Drops the ball back. Good ball there. Corzin tries to play the ball forward, and he's turning and going to try and get the shot away. There is Barkowski, but it's blocked, and now Scotland coming forward with Miller. Time ticking down here. We've played the full 8 minutes, and you have to wonder now just how soon the referee is going to blow the final whistle. It's cleared out of play by Andrew Robertson. It's going to be a throw-in. We've played the 8 minutes here. We're just waiting for the referee to blow up here, but the throw-in is going to be taken. And it's a long one. And just won there almost by by the number 20 20 Bowie. But now it's won back here by Belarus. And the free kick is taken quickly. And it's going to be taken down this near side to the number 13 Karpovic. Karpovic drops the ball down this near side to Nikita Demchenko. Demchenko swings the ball into the box. It's cleared away. We've now played an additional minute, and that's it. That's full time. The referee blows his whistle, and Scotland have the victory by 2-1. Goals from Adams on 15 minutes, McTominay on 84 minutes. Kuchko pulled a goal back from 6 minutes into injury time to give the Scots a scare. But it's full time at Hampden Park. Scotland will top Group C for the time being. 2-1. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul James. Excellent coverage tonight on Scotland against Belarus as the Scots continue to march on and go top of the table, 3 points clear of Denmark, who play later this evening against Greece in their group this evening. There's been a shock result as well in World Cup qualifiers today, which you'll see going across the bottom of your screen. But before you see going across the bottom of your screen, let's take you to the results from today's matches, and we'll start off with the results that we have got for you in this group, plus Group G as well. Scotland 2, Belarus 1 in Group C. Denmark versus Greece is this evening at 7:45. In Group G, Netherlands 4, Finland 0, with the result there for the Netherlands in that game today. Hopefully you enjoyed that game. Hopefully you enjoy listening to this game here today. And hopefully, if you watch the Netherlands while listening to us, hopefully you enjoyed watching that game tonight as well. Let's take a look at the other groups, some of the other groups taking place tonight, and where is the shock result has come from. And I can tell you, in Group H, San Marino 0, Cyprus 4 was the earlier game. Romania versus Austria tonight at 7:45 in Group H. Well, the shock result comes in Group L. Faroe Islands have beaten the Czech Republic by 2-1 in the game there. Croatia versus Gibraltar later in that group there tonight. So what that means in that group tonight, I haven't got the table for that one to put up on the screen, but I can tell you, with the result there, the Czech Republic are second on 13 points. Faroe Islands, with that win, move with a point behind. They're on 12 points from in third. So if Czech Republic lose their final game, Czech Republic have got the final, only one game left to play in the World Cup qualifying. If they lose that game and Faroe Islands win, then Czech Republic could end up finishing third and not qualify for a playoff spot. However, if Croatia lose later tonight to Gibraltar, then Czech Republic could still qualify as in first, with the Croatia potentially coming second, or even the Faroe Islands coming second. So the Faroe Islands are just a point behind Croatia as well. Let's take a look then at the table, shall we, for this game that we have just covered tonight. And this is the table after the matches, after the match this afternoon. Scotland, as you can see there, top of the table, played 4, 10 points, 1-3 draw 1, plus 5 goal difference for the Scots this afternoon, after this afternoon's victory. Belarus bottom with a minus 13 goal difference with 0 points, lost all 4 games, and Greece sit in third on 3 points. With a win tonight, they could close the gap to Denmark to just 1 point and made that one all the more difficult there for Greece for the final, for the playoff spot in Group C behind looks like could be Scotland, as they are the ones that's the top of the group tonight after the result here at Hampden Park, which was Scotland 2, Belarus 1. If you're just tuning us today, thank you very much for giving us your time and effort to listen to us here on the channel, whether you've listened on my Twitch channel, was pvernon_92 is my Twitch channel where you'll probably listen to it tonight, or on the main commentary channel as well. We really do appreciate that there, and we do appreciate it if you listen to it on Storm FM as well. Just gone 7 o'clock here in the UK, and the man sits alongside us still is Paul James. And Paul, Scotland had to work for it in the second half. Belarus had a goal disallowed, but Scotland, in the end, got the job done and got the victory against Belarus at Hampden Park this evening.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting sort of game, wasn't it? It was Scotland were dominating the entire game for the most part, and to be honest with you, they were on the 84th minute. They were finally able to put it away, but it wouldn't be Scotland if we didn't have a little scare at the end, would it? When Belarus managing to get the goal there, but they're looking good at Scotland. This is the best I've seen them play in a very long time, and I think they've got a real chance of qualifying. And it would be nice to see them back in a World Cup.
Yes, and Paul, I must say, I saw the game on Thursday against Greece as well, and it was very hard. Everyone would have probably expected that one to be the hardest game out of the two that have had this window, but Scotland blew Greece away that night, and Lyndon Dykes, who came on towards the end, goal in that game right at the very end for the seal on the victory, which made Hampden Park rocking there as well. And he's been rocking here again tonight with the performance from Scotland at times. But Belarus, can't take nothing away from them. Yes, they've lost again, but they put up a really good performance today, didn't the Belarus?
Oh, they were outstanding with Belarus in terms of the second.
We've just appeared to have lost Paul there for a moment. Paul, if you're still with us, we can't hear you at this moment in time. We'll try and get the Paul back to his thoughts on Belarus in just a moment or two's time. But Scotland were the winners for me. And then I think the choice of Ben Gannon-Doak as a player of the match was the correct choice in the end as well today from Paul this afternoon. We'll try and get him back right now, and we do believe we have got him back right now. Let's just try that again. Are you there with us, Paul?
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. But,
as you continue about the Belarus performance and what you thought of Scotland overall against the Belarus side.
Well, I think Scotland dominated the game for the most part, didn't they? But I think Belarus played quite well. They put a good show up of themselves. They worked hard. They weren't very easy to beat, and Scotland had to work hard to get for that victory. So I think Belarus can come away with their heads held high.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. And Scotland did have a goal disallowed in the second half. Potentially could have had a penalty as well. We're looking at the performance from Scotland overall. Do you think Steve Clarke, the Scotland head coach, would be happy with his side's performance today?
I don't think he'll be happy with the conceding of that Belarus goal. It was poor defending, but I think overall on the performance he's going to be very pleased.
Yes, absolutely then, Paul. Absolutely then. What we have got to tell you now, what we have got coming up tomorrow night, and make sure you join us tomorrow night, because tomorrow it will be a very good game for you to listen to tomorrow night. Northern Ireland against Germany in World Cup qualifying at Windsor Park tomorrow night. 7:45 kickoff. The team will be on air at around about 7:40 for that game tomorrow. Join Paul and Bruno for that one as we bring you that game tomorrow evening. Will Northern Ireland shock Germany, or will Germany come back and get back on the winning trail again in the World Cup qualifiers? Because Germany have not performed great of late in World Cup qualifying. And just a brief touch upon that, Paul. That game ready tomorrow. I just see that game going between the Northern Ireland and Germans at Windsor Park tomorrow, because you've already seen those teams play already in qualifying, and it was a good game. But what do you make to this one coming up tomorrow evening on the channel?
Oh, it's going to be a tough game for Germany. Look, at the end of the day, they are without a key player, though, at Northern Ireland. They are without their right back and the Liverpool defender. I've forgotten his name now, but
Conor Bradley.
Conor Bradley, thank you. Yeah, they are without him. He picked up a booking in the last game against Slovakia. Of course, Northern Ireland did Germany a massive favour by beating Slovakia, because it's now back in Germany's hands again. But this is very interesting. All three teams are on 6 points, so it can go either way. Germany cannot afford not to win this game. If they want to qualify automatically, they have to win their remaining games. And this is not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Northern Ireland have proven themselves at home to be a very difficult team. I think this one will be very tight.
Yes, I think it could be a tight game as well. And you just looked at Northern Ireland the other day, 1-2 at home on Friday evening, and it was a really good performance that at Windsor Park. 18,000 were there, and that stadium was rocking on Friday night. I expect it to be rocking again tomorrow now when Germany rock up into town. But when you look at some of the players in there who could potentially come on, is McGuinness, who can play wing back, who's been very good for Northern Ireland. They've got Jamie Reid, a good striker, plays his football at Stevenage as well. So you look at through that side for Northern Ireland, take out Conor Bradley, probably put McGuinness there, who came on from in stoppage time on Monday night, on Friday evening, should I say. Probably may play tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see what the manager does there tomorrow, Michael O'Neill. But looking at that Northern Ireland side, some of the players who have played so far, and you've played against them already, putting really good performances, and they're putting a really good performance again on Friday, like I say, Paul, especially when the crowd's behind them as well, and when Windsor Park and that's rocking. It's a tough place to go for anybody, whether you're Germany, maybe whether you're Scotland, Portugal, maybe, or teams like that, or countries like that, should I say. You're all going to struggle when it's an hostile atmosphere, especially when the fans get behind the team who's playing some decent football and really good football as well at the moment.
Yeah, for Germany, the key will be not to concede an early goal. That's the key for Germany. Don't concede an early goal. Expect a bit of a storm in the first 15-20 minutes. I would expect Northern Ireland to really take it to Germany in the first 20 minutes. And so they've got to weather that early storm. Germany have shown themselves to be, I have to say this, particularly weak in this qualifying stage so far. Yes, they've had the victory over Northern Ireland in Germany. Yes, they've just beaten Luxembourg, but it is only Luxembourg. They should be way ahead in this group, and the qualification is still not sure, and it's still very much in doubt, because if they drop points against Northern Ireland, Slovakia will beat Luxembourg. And if they end up losing to Northern Ireland, they could risk their position in qualification completely. So I mean, if they get beat, so it's a very difficult situation right now for Germany, and I think they really have to be at their very best.
Yes, I would have to agree with that. Make sure you tune in for that one tomorrow evening on the channel with Paul James, the man you just said on this game today. He's going to be joined by Bruno Winter for the game tomorrow. at Windsor Park. Make sure you join him for that one there. So that's all we've got time for on this coverage of Scotland against Belarus. Scotland top the group after a victory over Belarus, who remain rock bottom. Big game later tonight in the group as the second and third place team in the group at the moment face off against each other. Denmark against Greece this evening at 7:45. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to bring you that one here on the channel today. But that's all we've got time for on the channel today. Big thank you for joining us. And from myself, Russ Vernon, and Paul James, and the rest of the team here at the Commentary Hub, thank you very much for listening. From all the team here, it's goodbye for now, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care. Adios.